Hi all, welcome to this Augsburg team predictions video. This one should generally stay the same. I think there will be a few players will see individual upgrades, but the team as a whole I think will stay the same. But as I say, we'll break it down as usual and hopefully you find it useful. Smash like as always, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter, G is a legend. All links down below for posting the channel and social media links as always. Comment down below how you've been finding these, but also as I say, we've been tearing through them thick and fast, and hopefully the Bundesliga helps you out as well. So, quick, no change to him, we would assume. If anything, if Augsburg were to experience anything throughout the team as a whole, then they might all be given like a -1 downgrade just by default. Like Kubek is a half decent goalie, just been unfortunate with various things in I think the last couple of years, and he also managed to establish himself well at Rennes before transferring over to Germany, but I still feel he'll either stay as he is or it'll be a minor downgrade, I feel, if anything, because obviously the league position will play a factor. Max, I suspect, could be in line for quite a significant upgrade. I'm saying +3 solely because of how well he played. He was a big reason for them staying up, one of the main reasons, and position is definitely under discussion because you could see him as a left back, a left wing back, well, which is you'd still play him as a left back anyway, or a left mid. I think he'll probably get kept as a left back if I'm honest. Udekai, I would assume will probably stay as he is. I don't really see anything that convinces me to upgrade him or downgrade him or any of that kind of nature. But as I said, it's tough to truly pin down where they're going to go with it this for next year. Guilu, I can never get his name right. I always know who I mean, but I can never pronounce his name. I suspect he'll stay the same. If anything, probably down 1, but I feel convinced enough that he probably will stay as it is, just through a number of variants. But as I said, the league position might just swing it to give him a downgrade. Suchi though is one player that will experience a downgrade, mainly due to game time and injuries. May even go down 2, but I've put him down 1 because he always seems to stay around 76, 77 rating anyway, so that should be fairly straightforward. Kadira staying as he is as well, of 76 rated. Wasn't really convinced to do anything with him. Recent transfer of Caligiuri, he is likely for a downgrade, so that will play a factor. So he's going from 79 to 78. May even go 77, but I feel 78 is probably most logical. So a bit of stat changes to him. Could be just minor. I've just went defending and physical, but you could easily see -1s across the board. Strobel is another one that is likely to probably stay as he is. He may go down 1 just marginally, and it'll probably just be adjustments of stats, but I think they're one of these teams that's it's quite tricky to kind of pin down, even though like some players have maybe played like every game, like most games, and have maybe played like 80-90 minutes most games. It's trying to then say to yourself, do they justify a downgrade or an upgrade? They don't justify upgrades, it's more do they justify staying as they are or just a minor downgrade. Gregoritsch, I was going to downgrade 1, but like he's obviously he'd played the first half of the season at Augsburg, then transferred on loan. I thought it was permanent actually to Schalke. Turned out it was just I think half season loan. He started off really well for them, bagging and in form, and then just went quiet thereafter. So I've just kept him as he is. I thought I wasn't really going to. It wasn't someone I was going to upgrade. If he kept the bit of form that he'd had, then you could justify it by 1. But if realistic, I think it would have just been a downgrade of 1, if anything, just due to lack of game time and injuries. Niederlechner is the most likely player in the team for an upgrade. Team of the season card for him, one of the top scorers in the league as well. Got an inform, got an upgrade, got just about everything. In start of FIFA 20 he was 74 rated, given a +3 upgrade as well, but he also bagged an inform well before then to put him to 80 rated, and his team of the season was 89 rated, and we feel he will go to 80 rated, roughly in line with the inform, so keep that in mind to help you out. It's kind of maybe a good indicator to kind of tell you what stats roughly it will be maybe. Finnbogason just been unfortunate with injuries and everything, but he still, I think, had an okay return, not as good as previous years despite that, but we've still given him a bit of an upgrade. Sorry, not an upgrade, kept him as is even. Get your facts right, G. And we go from there. Gregoritsch is transferred from Union Berlin over in Augsburg. We've given him an upgrade of 1. A strange transfer really, because I thought he would have stayed at Union Berlin due to their league position, because I'm not sure if Gregoritsch could get in at number 1 over Kubek, but I suppose you've got to challenge the goalies at some point, and that's one way to go about it. Danzo just kept as he is. He didn't really play much for Southampton, but I was tempted to downgrade him. 1 just through default, but just kept him as he is. Reese Oxford, I've just kind of kept as he is really as well. He's not really playing much either, so I was like, yeah, not really happening for him, so I thought might as well just keep as he is. Lewin, the midfielder, is 74 rated. Now, you could keep him as he is, you could downgrade him, it depends how you feel about it. Like, I think with a lot of this team, it's mostly, you say to yourself, I'm keeping them as they are because they've either not played enough to justify an upgrade, they've not really played, they've not done much to justify a downgrade, and it's swings and roundabouts. That's kind of how Jensen and Gotza are kind of in the same boat. Moravik is the same. Cordova, another player that is in the kind of same boat. And then Andre Hahn, I was tempted to downgrade 1 as well, but it's, you say to yourself, do you downgrade them, do you not? Because at the same time you don't want to affect players too much, because then they may find it's a little bit more harder to do. In realistic terms anyway, this is a team that's relatively cheap to do. Like, starting 11 is all you pretty much rely on. Like, subs and reserves you would probably keep away from because it'll be mostly expensive. Scheiber's downgraded 3, just mostly game time, injuries, just lack of everything really. He's not done anything, so that's why we downgraded him all 3. Richter is given an upgrade, which you would say to yourself, whoa, somebody in the subs and reserve has been given an upgrade. He's went up from 73 to a 75, mostly due to game time and various other factors. But that is probably the only, like, realistically, in terms of this team, Augsburg might only see 3 upgrades, and it'll be Max, Niederlechner and Richter, and Giekewitz actually, so that's 4. The rest are all up for downgrades, if brutally honest. Obviously Suchi is and Caligiuri are already like probably givens for downgrades. It then becomes a case of who else is justifiable of a downgrade, but especially because of league position, and also due to like how much game time players have had, and also if any of the players even might be transferred, you never know as well. But hopefully you find this useful. Let me know in the comments down below if we feel that Augsburg should see some downgrades. As I said, sometimes when you don't, like, as much as I've watched the Bundesliga and tried to do my stats, it's trying to make sure it's fair, and like, this could be a team that is affected a little bit by potential league SBCs, but time will tell, of course. So hopefully you find this useful, folks. As I say, smash like, always, sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter @GisLegend. Take it all. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you all later.